So how about a little bit of drama to start off our trip here in Amsterdam. We're here at 9 a.m., a little after actually, to pick up our motorcycle at Ottenhof Motoren on the outskirts here of Amsterdam. And we came to this little sign here that says that they, due to illness, that they are going to be closed for the next 4 or 5 days. So this is something we're going to have to navigate. We're always telling everybody how we have to take curveballs. This is the first one. That looks familiar.
Mm-hmm.
There she is.
There she
Shirley,
is.
we meet again. Hey, what? She needs a bath, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But she's together. So here we are. Been sitting here for 9 months.
Oh, this one is from you.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, see.
the big one.
Yeah, look at the tag
Oh, yeah.
from United States.
Yeah. Do you living here?
No, just come over to ride this motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go Amsterdam to Normandy to Bordeaux,
Yeah.
over to the Alps,
Yeah.
and then down in. I'm just gonna check over a little bit of the things that they did on the service here on Old Sterling. And that is, these are new rotors, both sides. And also we can see over here, you don't need to take a video of it, but the brake pads are new as well. We had a little leakage in our valve cover gaskets last year, so we got new valve cover gaskets. And from the back here, we're supposed to see a new rotor in the back, which I do see. And we've also got a new inner drive shaft, etc. So that's going to be good. And looks like everything was done as it was supposed to be.
Alrighty. Back and running. Okay, here comes the start of our next adventure.
Formal introduction to the 2002 BMW GS 1150 Adventure. Her name is Sterling, named by her former owner, friend of mine in Salt Lake City, Utah, who bought her in 2001. Shipped her over about 10 years ago, and she became ours a couple of years ago. That's fun.
Our first few days on this trip started right here in Amsterdam, and what a great way to kick things off.
We had the chance to meet up with Anita, the behind-the-scenes force helping us with BuggyTeeth, editing, and social media. Anita,
Yeah?
say hi.
Hi.
Together we explored the city, from filming around town to a visit out to the historic windmills.
Today's little ride brought us to the Zonstation area outside of Amsterdam, noted for its historic windmills. Beautiful place. We even enjoyed a private canal tour on a vintage boat.
Where we had a chance to answer a few Q&As from our friends.
Here's to the launch of BuggyTeeth in Amsterdam. We wrapped up the evenings at our favorite piano bar.
It gave us time to dream big and talk about our vision for BuggyTeeth.
All while capturing some really fun footage around this amazing city.
Motorcycle turnaround under the front of the Boeing 747. Incredible, amazing.
Okay, I'm going to start with a real quick around the room look here of everything that's going to go on the motorcycle for riding in Europe over the next couple of months. Then we'll go back and give you a quick little overview of each one of these sections and what's in them. First section, riding gear, pants, jackets, etc. Second section is all of our new camera gear that will be going with us this year to give us lots of options on taking video. Up into the much needed tool mechanic kit with first aid kit, tire repair kit, and pretty extensive set of tools. Then we go into kind of our cafeteria stuff where we have coffee, some utensils, etc. That goes in an overflow bag, waterproof overflow bag on top of one of the saddlebags. On top of the back trunk is another overflow bag that catches some electronics, laptops, that sort of stuff. And of course, all of the needed documentation, including insurance papers, motorcycle papers, passports, etc. And of course, whatever mats we have for this trip. Over to the tank bag, which is on the top of the gas tank on the motorcycle for quick access stuff, including the all-important second iPhone. There's a story behind that. And Susan will tell you what this mess is right here.
That is our octopus, and it's a charging station for all of our electronics.
There you go. And that's all got to be run through a European converter. Then Susan has her clothes laid out here, starting with her boots. This is her 45-liter bag that goes inside the saddlebag, and all of her clothes that she'll be using over the next couple of months. My stuff starts here: boots, long sleeves, short sleeves, boxers, toiletries, etc. And then over here to see, well, you can tell those aren't my high heels, those are Susan's. She said if I insisted that she take them, that I had to put them in my saddlebag. And of course I have a 38-liter bag and she has a 45. Over here too, cold weather gear, rain gear, etc. That all goes in another weatherproof bag on top of one of the saddlebags. And finishing out this entire set is our helmets. Anyway, that's how you pack for 2 months on the road in a motorcycle. That's all that will go on there, and we'll show you how to do all that later. Bye.
Okay guys, we are just about ready to take off on day one of BuggyTeeth Adventures on the road. And let me show you exactly what we've got going on here.
So now, all the stuff you saw in the room before that we went through is all going to be loaded onto the bike. In the bottom of the saddlebags, we put some things that we don't need very often, and they kind of stay in there. So then we take our suitcases, bag liners, if you will, and each one of them, theoretically, fit neatly into the saddlebag. There's one. And two. And on the tops of the saddlebags go grocery bag, on this side and the rain and cold weather gear on this side. Snug it tight in the trunk. We'll start with all the camera equipment, followed by a little bit of room for the laptop. That's what goes in the trunk. And then on top goes the overflow bag. Boom. Boom. And up front, goes, theoretically, the tank bag with all of our readily accessible stuff. Anyway, everything you saw in that room a while ago on the other video is now neatly and tightly loaded to the bike.
Good job.
Okay. We then departed Amsterdam, headed south towards Belgium.
Along that route, we rode across the Maaskering, the massive storm surge barrier south of The Hague. Built in the 1900s at a cost of nearly €500 million, it's one of the world's largest moving structures designed to protect the Netherlands from the sea. Later that afternoon, we rode into Vlissing, a small town on the busy port inlet that leads to Antwerp.
We cut our ride short a little bit today and stopped in this cute little town. And you can see why we decided to get off the bike. Big storm coming. We got a little bit of rain on the bike. But now we have a nice cozy room.
It's actually pronounced Flushing, just like the neighborhood in New York City, which was named after this very town.
We pulled in about 5 minutes before the skies opened up, and we were lucky to find a cozy little hotel.
That evening, we wandered out for dinner and found a spot serving a local specialty.
A steaming pot of fresh mussels, the perfect way to end a rainy day on the road.
The next morning, we crossed the border into Belgium and headed for Bruges, a beautifully preserved medieval city.
It's famous for its winding canals, cobblestone streets, and enchanting Gothic architecture.
Bruges also carries layers of history, including its share of conflict during the Second World War.
Today it feels more like a fairy tale, one of Europe's most charming cities, and the perfect stop on our ride.
So Brad and I have made our way to Bruges, Belgium, and I am currently walking around Market Square, just the central spot in Bruges. It's full of people, and I'll let you have a look around.
After Bruges, we headed back out to the Belgian coast and landed for the night in the seaside city of Nieuwpoort.
The town itself was quiet, but what made the stop unforgettable was where Sterling, our motorcycle, spent the night.
Instead of a parking lot, the hotel staff waved us right inside, down into the underbelly of the building.
Okay, so you never know in Europe how you're going to think how things are going to work out, or where your garage is going to be. So here's one of those unique opportunities or unique situations you're about to see.
I actually rode the bike down a steep ramp where I tucked the bike into a laundry processing room, probably the most unusual parking spot of the trip so
And
far.
our garage is right here. And I have the magic card to make the door open sesame. This place is so crazy. And here we go. Down into the belly of this hotel. My goodness. And I don't know where they want me to park. But in any event, here we are. I guess what we'll do is we'll move this guy out of the way. Pull the moto right in here. How about that? Okay, so there is Sterling. To the best that I can show you, there she is, sitting here in the laundry hold facility in the basement of this hotel. So, the big question is, how am I going to get out of here? Well, I guess we're going to find out if the little card works the same when it comes to getting out of here. I don't even see a place where you use it. I guess we will see.
The next morning, after waiting for a storm to pass, we rode down the coast and crossed into France.
Our first stop was Dunkirk.
Alright guys, so how did it all start for you?
I'm a basic beginner.
Yeah,
I was
right.
terrified of motorcycles, and my lovely husband introduced me to riding, and I'll let him tell you how that sort of happened.
Well, after marrying Susan in 2017, she had been in 80 or 90 countries at that point. So I knew I had to do something different. Just taking her somewhere else was not going to do it. So I decided that maybe having her break the rules and get on the back of a motorcycle might be a good idea.
So you took on the challenge.
Took on the challenge, did something different.
Next question, what first sparked your love of motorcycles and adventure travel?
That's for you.
You know, early on, I started riding motorcycles when I was 7. My parents introduced me, and I just rode my entire life. Then I started to love traveling, and when those two things came together, it was an amazing combination. And then to add the third part, which was someone to share it with, made it even more special. So that's kind of how it evolved for me.
Yep. And I will say my mother was quite an adventure person. She was traveling from early on. When she was young, she was on the QE2 going across to England or coming home when nobody else was doing anything like that. She wanted to swim the English Channel when she was 12. I think I got my love and zest for life through my mom, and I wanted to continue traveling. And then Brad introduced me to motorcycles. Yeah, Brad introduced me to motorcycles. I was old. That age, and I loved it and loved the adventure part of it, so I'm now hooked.
Amazing! What a story.
Come ride with us at BuggyTeeth.com.